It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. Nnamdi Kanu, Anambra APC, PDP, APGA governorship candidates agree on dialogue with IPOB. The news in full. According to Ozigbo, the PDP candidate Kanu, the detained IPOB leader, was a product of leadership failure. The Anambra State governorship candidates of the All Progressive Congress and the UBA, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, Chukwuma Soludo, and Valentine Ozigbo of the People's Democratic Party have expressed their view about the agitations and detention of the indigenous people of Biafra in Nnamdi Kanu. The candidates spoke during an election debate on Monday organized by the Arise Television. According to Ozigbo, the PDP candidate Kanu, the detained IPOB leader, was a product of leadership failure. Soludo, who was the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria during the tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, also said, "I am on record speaking. I visited Nnamdi Kanu in 2016 in Kuje prison with prominent people to ask for his release in line with a court order. Dialogue is the best solution to the IPOB issue," noting that IPOB deserves to be heard. Dialogue, he said. However, Ozigbo said that Kanu is a product of leadership failure. He also called for dialogue and Kanu's release. He pointed out that there were certain things about IPOB that he did not support, such as the group's extremism. Meanwhile, Uba asserted that he believed in engagement, stressing that the agitation was as a result of joblessness. Uba declined supporting or condemning the group. He said engagement was the right step to take. IPOB has declared a one-week sit-at-home protest across the southeast states from November 5, the eve of Anambra governorship election, and the group said that the protest was aimed at prevailing on the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu, their leader. It vowed that the protest will go on as planned if Kanu was not released before November 4. Kanu is facing trial on a 7-count amended charge bordering on treason and terrorism. The Nigerian government had blamed the IPOB leader for the murder of Dr. Chike Akunyili, the former husband of the former Director General of National Agency of Food and Drug Administration and Control, late Professor Dora Akunyili. The President's Committee, set up by the President, has also accused Kanu of being responsible for the murder of a former presidential aide known as Ahmad Gulak and over 184 others in the southeast. The news still borders upon the November 6 gubernatorial election in Anambra State, where the indigenous people of Biafra had been quoted saying that they would not allow any election within Biafra land, especially in Anambra State, for that November 6, and that they'll be going on a sit-at-home order for everybody that belongs to Biafra land between November 5 to November 10, if their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, was not released, from on or before November 4, that if that does not happen, then they will commence with their sit-at-home order from November 5 to 10. Meanwhile, November 5 is the eve of the Anambra gubernatorial election, because November 6 is the main day for the election, and if the sit-at-home should hold, it will greatly affect the turnout of the gubernatorial election. However, during the gubernatorial election debate between the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Chukwuma Soludo, and Valentine Ozigbo of the People's Democratic Party, while they were asked to express their views about the agitation and detention of Nnamdi Kanu of the indigenous people of Biafra, they were quoted saying that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is of the IPOB and all those stuff is because there is leadership failure, and therefore he believes that in this case that there is a room for dialogue would actually go a long way and sort the whole issue concerning the IPOB. And this is Ozigbo of the People's Democratic Party aspirant that is sharing the view, also saying that it does not support the extremism of the indigenous people of Biafra and also their militant arm known as the Eastern Security Network, and also Uba of the All Grand Progressive Alliance, that is APGA, is also of the opinion that One of the reasons why the IPOB are actually, are doing, behaving as such and being extreme at their approach is because of joblessness. That most of the things that these people are doing is because they have nothing doing. Therefore, he said he believes in engagement, while Ozigbo says dialogue. Uba is emphasizing on engagement, that their agitations were as a result of joblessness, that he supports, that he declines supporting or condemning the group, but the right step to this particular situation on ground is engaging the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, saying that the Kanu
and mass murderers are having fun across the country cannot fly. Nnamdi Kanu must be freed because he committed no crime. Asking for a referendum so that Biafrans will decide whether or not they want to continue as part of Nigeria is no crime. He should not suffer for seeking justice for his people. We have also been enslaved and caged enough by the Fulani-controlled federal government of Nigeria and their allies. Therefore, if we shut down Biafra land just for 1 week to secure our permanent freedom, it is worth the sacrifice. Everybody should brace up for this sacrifice so as to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually free from the dungeon of which the federal government of Nigeria under the Buhari-led administration has kept him suffering. And this is Emma Powerful, the spokesperson to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, saying that as regards the October 24th trial, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was, tried to respond to 7-count charges, the refreshed 7-count charges that were filed against him, of which he pleaded not guilty. Therefore, the indigenous people of Biafra has agreed again that they will be going on a week-long sit-at-home order to show solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying that because the federal government seems to be playing some tricks on them by refusing the lawyers and supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu access to the court, which was quite unusual and not legal, saying that this is actually seeming to be a Sharia law in disguise, and that they will not take this. Therefore, they will be going on a week-long sit-at-home order as a warning protest to the federal government of Nigeria that nothing must happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and therefore it should be released unconditionally on or before November 4th, and except that happens, that they will be going on a sit-at-home order, and all Biafrans should understand that this sacrifice is needed to secure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has sacrificed a whole lot for them, and therefore from November 5th to 10th, there will be a sit-at-home order across all Biafra lands except Sunday, which was meant for worshipping God. Thanks for listening.